Hello and welcome to Shin Kicking Mondays. I'm back, guys. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. If you were here in the States, you were probably celebrating 4th of July. And last week, it was Canada Day. And wherever else you were and whatever other possible holiday you could have been celebrating, I hope you guys enjoyed it with your family and friends and all of the amazing festivities that you had to enjoy. For me, I actually spent the majority of my weekend doing a ton of writing. As you all know, I'm still working on finishing my book. Pretty much tied all the loose ends that were left, and there are just a few finishing touches that I need to add, but it will publish yet this July of 2014. So thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for the amazing reviews and comments and emails and support. I'm so dang thankful for all of you here in the Brave Bear Revolution. So, what are we going to talk about today for Shin Kicking Mondays? I decided I've been pretty much in this mode of, stop making myself feel so bad about not keeping up with the nutritional and fitness lifestyle that I had a few years ago. And let's start being kinder to ourselves in terms of whatever exercise you can get in, however you can be kinder to the way you eat, changing your lifestyle, changing your consumption habits so that it is conducive to the way you can normally operate your life without feeling like you're depriving yourself of anything and without feeling like guilty for doing things that bring you pleasure, because sometimes things that bring you pleasure aren't necessarily going to be good for you every single time, but that doesn't mean you have to remove certain things from your life forever just because you're trying to lose a few pounds or gain more energy or whatever the end reason is. And so for today, I am no expert on nutrition or fitness. For today, what I really wanted to do was let us have a conversation about how we can begin improving our lives from the inside out to feel stronger and to feel more in love with who we are. And it always starts with the mindset. It always starts with the emotional and the mental side of things, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we strategize to navigate through our day. It has less to do with the kinds of food you're eating or the kinds of diets you're on or the kinds of strenuous exercise you put yourself through on a daily basis, and it has way more to do with the mindset and how you think and feel about yourself. And since I don't have the expert here to talk with me, well, I have her on in a couple of months. I wanted to use this Shin Kicking Monday episode to share with you an amazing friend with, which with, if many of you have been joining the Shut Up Show or my community for some time now, you are very familiar with Amy Clover of Strong Inside Out. And she wrote this amazing blog post and newsletter email today, and it was absolutely timely and thought provoking and heart touching, because she talked about how she used fitness and gaining control of her health and her life, because if she didn't, she was going to crumble into nothing and allow herself to whittle away by her own hands. And many of you know Amy Clover's story. What ended up happening was during her teenage years, she had a very difficult time dealing with depression and anxiety, and she had OCD. And back then, I don't know that we had as many resources at our fingertips. At least maybe it wasn't easy to find those resources. But she found it very difficult to navigate through those challenging times. And so there was a stigma attached to being depressed or talking about suicide, so she never felt like she could talk to anybody at all. Fortunately for the good friends and the great family that she has, she was able to fight through some of those, horrifically awful times when she just hated herself to death. She almost took her life, in her early 20s, I believe, and she talked about how it was that last, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to change. I hate myself. I hate the way I feel. I hate the way I look. I don't deserve to be here. That took her to that turning point where she decided, I think this is it. I think this is the time that I'm going to leave the world forever. It'd be so much better without me in it. And a really good friend of hers decided to check her in to a clinic for people who are dealing with depression and suicide. And from that moment forward, she found fitness. And what fitness did for her was not only physically made her feel better to help her overcome the depression, but it also helped her to fuel her heart and to fuel her mind. And she was able to decide to live. And fueling her body with love of, it's okay to eat, it's okay to work out, it's okay to not be the skinniest thing, it's okay to not be the prettiest thing, it's okay to be who I am. It's okay to not be okay is something that Amy Clover has taught me quite a bit over the past year. And when she hit her 30th birthday, which was last spring, I believe, of 2013, she did the most amazing thing, and this is around the time that I met her. She went on a 30-city tour in the US and Canada to give donation-based boot camps because she's a personal trainer now. And in the process of raising these funds to give people a way to fuel their bodies with fitness, she also collaborated with these people, I myself included, in the Milwaukee, Wisconsin region. And we raised funds together to donate towards the charity, which is called To Write Love on Her Arms, which is a depression suicide prevention charity, helping teens and young adults to overcome those feelings of unworthiness, depression, and to give hope for people that it is okay to not be okay, but that let's help each other to make it through and to live and to choose, in Amy Clover's situation, to choose fitness and health, to fuel your body and to give you a reason to live. And I'm so excited to announce that Amy has chosen Milwaukee again as one of the top cities. I believe it's a top 10 cities actually that she's going to be returning to in 2014 to do another tour just like she did in 2013. It's going to be slightly different though. It'll be less cities on the map, but it'll be more of an opportunity to collaborate even further than she was able to before. But anyway, the whole point in me sharing Amy Clover's story and in me sharing the Strong Inside Out tour of 2014 here on Shin Kicking Mondays is because I have a very honest thing I have to share with you here, and I don't think this is very new to many of you who've been following me for some time now. But I deal with that anxiety, and I also deal with depression from time to time. Though I've never been suicidal per se, I've had challenging times in my life where I felt like it probably would be okay if I wasn't here, nobody would notice. Fortunately, I've never gotten to the place where I allowed myself to entertain the idea of taking my own life, but I do know there have been times I've felt helpless and hopeless. And for me, it means so much to, connect myself to amazing people like Amy, to surround myself with amazing people who are doing such great work all across the globe to help each other find hope and to give hope to those who maybe aren't quite at that place where they can bounce back and to be as resilient as we are. And for me, it means so much to be able to attach myself to a movement that has really touched my life from the inside out. Because not only was I able to help raise funds to donate to a charity that helps people to find hope and navigate through depression and suicide, but it also helped me find purpose. It also helped me to find more meaning in my life, that the things I do don't always have to be underneath the Bernie Shunk brand. The things I believe in and the mission that I have and the causes I stand for don't always have to have my name etched across the top of it, or my logo is appearing everywhere. What it means to me to be a part of different collaborations and projects like Amy's Strong Inside Out tour is that I get to be a part of a movement that is much bigger than me and Amy and all of the other people who are going to come together to help continue to provide this hope and to continue to be the resources to help these people who don't realize that there is hope out there. Something so much bigger than me, it's hard for me not to become a part of. And it's hard for me to turn my head to it and say that, well, that's not mine, so I want to go slap my name on something else. That would just be my ego talking. And so for me, it's so important that I remind us all here that whether or not you have anything to do with the Brave Bear Revolution or Amy Clover's Strong Inside Out tour or any other causes that are out there that tickle your fancy, I really hope for you that you attach yourself to something that matters to you, because it would hurt so much from the inside out if you didn't attach yourself to it. And you'll be surprised sometimes when you position yourself to help a cause much greater than you, much greater than all of the people involved. What ends up happening is this ripple effect of this massive movement that couldn't have happened had you and the tens and hundreds and thousands and tens thousands and millions of people didn't come together for that one big thing. And I don't think a one big thing could take place if a lot of little ripple effects didn't happen first. And so, again, I'm using this Shin Kicking Monday to really highlight my what I call my sister from another mister, Amy Clover, A Strong Inside Out. Check it out. She's at stronginsideout.com. She puts out an awesome newsletter email, and recently she just talked about how she was on the cover of a fitness magazine, and it was absolutely amazing because, like I said, she dealt with depression, OCD, suicide for a very, very long time, and she found health and fitness to refuel her and give her purpose and meaning in life to live. And now she's paying it forward by helping other people. And she ends up on this cover of this magazine with a beautiful body, but more importantly than the flat abs that she now has, what she says in her writing is that the flat stomach is nothing. It means nothing in comparison to the thousands and thousands of lives that she has touched and the hope that she has helped to give to people who are dealing with depression and suicide. And so I urge you, however you can, at the least, if you could check out stronginsideout.com is her blog. And right now she has an Indiegogo campaign going on where she's crowdfunding to raise funds for that Strong Inside Out tour that I was talking about. And Milwaukee is going to be on the map in August. I'm so excited to be there and to see her again and raise even more funds for To Write Love on Her Arms and all of the other causes that will help suicide prevention and depression to really have a place of hope. The Indiegogo campaign is a very, very long URL, so I urge you to go to indiegogo.com, which is INDIEGOGO.com, and then search within there for Strong Inside Out Tour. And you'll find Amy's campaign page where you can at the least share the campaign with people in your network, anybody who either is needing hope for suicide prevention or overcoming depression, or someone who knows of people who might need that help. Please, I urge you to share it with them in email, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, however you possibly can. Now, if you want to take it a step further and help even more, there are different levels of perks that you'll gain for donating at different dollar amounts. So if you do feel inclined to donate money, please, please do that. Again, it's at indiegogo.com. Search for Strong Inside Out Tour. You won't be disappointed. Amy is an amazing person. I'm so happy to have met and so happy to call a friend now. And with that, in closing here for Shin Kicking Mondays today, I think the most important lesson for us all to learn is to be kind to ourselves. And a mantra that Amy has taught me and that now she is chanting to herself on a daily basis to help get her to that place of loving herself from the inside out and exuding that and teaching others to do the same, myself included, being one of her followers and evangelists. Um, she taught me to chant, I love my body. And another one is, it's okay to not be okay. And many of you who've been following me, you know that I've been dealing with some weight gain and some energy drain since the parental alienation happened over 18 months ago. And I'm happy to say that I kind of recalibrated things within the past month since moving to this new place and regaining the energy to restart this new lifestyle and to restart a better eating habits, better nutritional habits, better lifestyle choices, things I already knew how to do before, but now I'm back in the rhythm again. And I've even lost a couple of pounds in the past few weeks too. So I'm really excited about that. But it's not the weight loss that matters to me, you guys. I can't stress that enough. It's feeling a sense of self love and self worth and this energy that's back. And Amy Clover teaching me, I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. Using that mantra, I can't tell you enough how much that makes a difference in setting the mindset and establishing this positive mind frame to get you through the day. Right now we're at the noon hour and I've already done a bunch of crunches. I think I did 100. I've done my leg raises. I've done a little bit of typo. I'm going to go swimming a little bit in a little bit today. I'm going to run over to the gym in the fitness center that's in my building. But I'm just going to do small, simple things. I'm not going to overdo it on a daily basis because I love my body and I want to fuel it with healthy and fantastic things, food that fuels me, increasing my serotonin levels with activities that excite me, like swimming. I would much rather do swimming than go and run a marathon. I haven't run a marathon yet, but I've run 2 half marathons, and I used to train like crazy, and my feet are killing me these days. So the way that I can overcome, not, I was going to say overcompensate, the way I can overcome not being able to run anymore, the way I used to love doing before, is to be able to replace those activities with things that I enjoy doing. Like I said, swimming, walking the dogs, taking a beautiful stroll um, at the park. There's just so much that you can do, you guys. There's so much you can do. It doesn't have to be food deprivation to lose weight. It doesn't have to be putting yourself on a fad diet. It doesn't even have to be working out in a gym an hour a day for 7 days straight. That's crazy. You're going to drive yourself crazy. You're going to burn out and you'll deprive yourself if that's the way you choose to change your lifestyle and to recalibrate, I guess, this new lifestyle that you want. It's about making small choices, taking small steps, but finding fun activities to do it, and surrounding yourself with awesome people and following causes out there that are amazing, like Amy Clover's of Strong Inside Out. So again, check out stronginsideout.com for more information on the campaign, the Strong Inside Out tour on Indiegogo, and you'll find a ton of free information there too on nutrition, health and fitness, and lifestyle changes that will help you to regain the energy to go and make shit happen, you guys. So there's our conversation today about being strong and how we can do it from the inside out, and that's always where it starts. So chant with me, you guys. The mantra for today and for the rest of the week, if not the rest of your life, if you choose to, is I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. So thank you guys all for being here with me for another edition of Shin Kicking Mondays. Thank you, Amy Clover. If you see this, I love you, girl. You're awesome. Let's support Strong Inside Out. Let's give hope for people dealing with depression and suicide. And let's go and see however we can help Amy with the Strong Inside Out tour over at Indiegogo.com. Search for Strong Inside Out tour and help however you can. All right, thanks guys. See you next week for another edition of Shin Kicking Mondays, and peace.